excited.
I'm not excited.
You're so excited. This is going to be your favorite episode all year long.
I'm going into it thinking this is going to be my least excited episode.
This might be the one that has you hanging up the cans. That was loud.
Yeah, but no, the start of it though, maybe.
Maybe.
No, we gotta get it. I gotta get done with soccer.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
Over it. Can you see my bobble? Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
A slightly sore, a slightly delicate Bigo.
You're moving a little slower today.
I'm more intentional.
Okay.
All of my movements are very intentional and abbreviated.
Well, you had a procedure done on a
I did.
pretty
Sensitive
spot.
Sensitive spot. So yes, is that how we're starting this podcast? We're going to dive right in to the deep end.
I think
dive on in.
I think everyone's waiting on bated breath to see how it went.
I was surprised by how many of our friends they're like, tell us what happened. Or like, give me some scoop. I was like, you gotta wait. You gotta wait, man.
You're good like that. I would have just answered every question.
I was tempted. I was so tempted. I was like, I can answer this and this. I was like, you know what? No. You want to know? You gotta listen in.
I like that.
Just like the rest of our listeners that don't have the privy to our group text chain that we have, our WhatsApp chain. So yeah, we can dive right into it. Yes, I did have a successful procedure done that for all intents and purposes will make me, what did you put? You call them ghost loads? Maybe a forever ghost loader.
Yeah.
Forever loading them ghosts into just swimming in the ether.
And the world can be thankful.
Take a deep breath. It's only two of documentation.
Yes.
Bigo's kin coming out. So yes, I did get it's called a bilateral vasectomy.
Okay.
I'm going to get very technical with you. Had it done on Friday. Very, very smooth process.
Good.
I'll give you some of the nuances, but I'm home. I rested. It was great. I had 3 days where I literally had to keep my feet up because they're like elevate your feet above the region. And so I got to sit back and I watched 2 games on Saturday of the World Cup.
Yep.
Which we have our World Cup conversation coming up. So I know everybody, that's the other, so much stuff people are waiting to hear about. A whole lot of ice bags. So yeah, I'll start out with the actual procedure. Procedure went fine. Like I said, 6:30 in the morning, I tiptoed out of the house. You know, the whole family is still resting with all their bits, very comfortable at home. I was like, how many procedures of this do you do on like procedure day? Because they're like, we don't do it every day, but it's like we have select days where the doctor's just cranking these out. And they're like, well, some people aren't here for just this, they're for that. Or I was like, well, you know what I'm asking. I don't like, how many snippies are you doing? And they said it can go up to like 30 to 35 a day.
Wow.
Just cranking them out.
Okay, that's kind of like The Price is Right, man. You know, they just kind of do like record for like 2 days.
Yeah,
boom,
and they just bang, 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 bang. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You know, I didn't have a lot of questions. I remember I was like giving them a hard time because I was like, can I wear headphones and listen to music so I don't have to hear you kind of going at it? And they're like, no. And I asked again, they're like, well, we'll play music for you. We'll play music during the procedure. And I was like, okay.
Did you put on our podcast?
I wish. I didn't get a choice. They like, well, I'm going to go step by step with this process for you. Okay. So they gave me that kind of heads up. They gave me, of course, that the hospital gown. And they're like, leave the back wide open. Don't tie that sucker up. Just
let it
floating in the breeze. Yeah, absolutely. They gave me those like grippy socks. You know, the socks you get in the hospital so you don't like slip around.
Yeah.
I didn't keep them. I realized I could have. They're not reusing those.
No.
But I think I was a little disoriented afterwards, and I was just like, I'll leave these here. But yeah, so they get you all set up, and the doctor comes in, and here's the first curveball. Not the doctor that I thought I was going to be. You know, I told you about the 7-year-old, still an older gentleman, but not the same guy. Right out of bed, I was like, that's not the same guy. Not a big deal. It's not like an OBGYN. It's not like I've had a birthing plan with the doctor. It was one consult to this guy. But the thing that threw a curveball, this guy's British, thickest accent in the world. And I feel like he's trying to give me pertinent information, but he's talking very fast and in a very thick English accent. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to twist and tie, and then we're going to like do a little knot, and then we're going to tie and say, savvy, good, yeah. And I'm like, what? I was like, is any of that important for me to know? Because you're going to have to slow down and say it again. And he didn't. He was like, no, you're good. I think we got it. Yep, you're all dressed up. We're good to go. All right, see you. And then I was like, on to the next one. And I was just like, I really hope none of that was important for me to know. because I didn't catch a whiff of that. Maybe it was too early. I hadn't had my coffee yet.
Yeah.
Or he was on 2 times the amount of coffee that I was on.
You're happy about that, though, then. He was alert.
He was alert. He was ready to go.
Was there anything were you allowed to eat? Was there any type of...
So that was the other thing. It's like, maybe because most people get how I told you they can put you down completely, give you the nitrous and just like kind of put you to bed.
Yeah.
Maybe that, like, because in everything that I read, I did my research and I read and I got my stuff right here, got my urology stuff right here.
Nice.
And, they always say fast. Don't eat anything until, after midnight the night before. I was getting local anesthetic. And I don't know if I looked white as a ghost or whatever, but they're like, did you eat anything this morning? I was like, no, I thought I had to fast. So like, well, you're doing local. You could eat. And I'm like, well, now you tell me. I would have loved to have some breakfast. Jeez. And I'm like, well, it's too late now. So you can't eat a hot dog while you're doing this process. You got to kind of sit still. So they get me set up and they wheel me out there and there's like 3 nurses and they're all being very doting and they're just like, hey, and just like, it's gonna be quick and so this and that. And, they had me laying down and the room is freezing, of course.
Oh, so a little shrinkage.
Little shrinkage there, but that's fine. I don't need them to see it at its full girth. It's fine. Like, I'm not here to be like, it's bigger than that, I swear. But, they start kind of just, it's very businesslike down there, as it should be.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be, it's not an amusement park for them. They were there to kind of get the job done. But they're like, I told you that they take care of the business, told me not to do any pre-work and just do it there. So they're like flopping the thing around, moving it around, and like, that's him.
Really?
Yeah. And they're just like, this is awkward. And, I'm married and, like, I'm just joking. Everything was fine. They were very, very professional.
Were you happy it was like really cold? Were you worried that
a little bit
might get...
Yeah, I was like, but it's weird because again, it doesn't feel like it's in a very like intimate nature.
Okay.
It is very businesslike.
Yeah.
It is like they're like prodding and stretching, like doing all this and moving things around.
Stretching.
They use iodine obviously to like get the place all sterile and clean, which I'll get back to because that's another little funny story. And then the doctor comes in and he's just like, hey, we're gonna get started. It's real quick. And it's like, didn't shy away from showing me the needle he's using, freaking huge ass needle.
Really?
And I'm like, I could have gone without you showing me the needle.
That'd make me pale.
I was trying to be it was the other thing. I was like, because you're laying on your back and I'm trying to look as nonchalant as possible. I realized because the nurse kind of said something that I was trying way too hard to look nonchalant. I had my hand behind my head like this. And I was like, yeah, just go get some work done. And they're like, put your hands down. And I was like, oh, I don't know. What do I do with my hands? And she's like, you could put your hand here, and she like put it like flat against my side, but she's like, but don't go like touching yourself. I was like, do you really have to tell me that? Is somebody trying to reach around while you're doing the biz?
35 of these things in one day.
Maybe
everyone's following the rules?
Yeah, I guess not. They're like, keep your hand there. I was like, it's not going anywhere. Don't you worry. But, the actual process was pretty, again, once they get the needle in, needles anywhere, but especially in that area, not the best feeling, but it did numb the area. Okay. And then it's just a lot of tugging. The hardest part is just, it's the small talk, because they're trying to keep you distracted. What do you do for work? It's like, that sounds interesting. I was like, no, it doesn't. I know what I do. It's not interesting. I'd rather us like talk about sports or movies. Yeah. I wish they had given me a survey. It's like, what would you like your small talk be about when you go in?
I have it fortunate when I tell people where I work because almost everyone's
got something.
So they're like, oh my God,
I love this product there.
It gets everything just rolling from there.
I don't. They're like, where I work and you still don't know what I do. Kind of. Really. You're just like, what? So me trying to explain, I was like, can I really not? I should have changed the subject. I was like, listen, I know there's going to be small talk. I know you're going to try and distract me. Let's talk about sports. World Cup. You're from England. England's in the World Cup. We can talk World Cup. But I really just kind of want you to focus.
Yeah.
You didn't talk to the nurses or whatever. But they were all fantastic. I couldn't recommend it more. It was perfectly fine. After the procedure, it was real quick. They got me in and out. And they're like, get changed. We're going to give you some privacy. Get changed. And you can drive yourself home. And then they were like, but don't be surprised when you get up, it's going to look like you pooed yourself. And I was like, what? And I was like, but it's the iodine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like I get up and I'm like, oh yeah. And I don't know if it's just instinct. I still felt the need to cover it up. I was like, oh. I was like, they see it a million times. And they know it's iodine. I know it's iodine. But I was just like, it's like, just in case, like somebody walks by, like, oh my God. I was like, no, it's the iodine.
Well,
No.
now they're probably like, wait, what is he actually covering up?
Yeah, now they're probably like, it's more than iodine.
Yeah.
But the funny part is that it's like, I know I wasn't completely numb. It's not like they gave me an epidural where I was like numb from the waist down, but there was a slight chance where I was like, did I actually poop? Because I'm numb. And I was like, no, it's only in the front. It's not the back. Relax. Everything's fine. But yeah, so 3 days of a lot of icing. I'm icing right now.
You are.
I'm icing right now because there's a little bit of swellage. It looks worse than it is.
Oh, okay.
It looks like somebody used my coin purse as like a speed bag.
Really?
Yeah.
Like definitely color.
Oh yeah, a lot of purple.
Really?
Yeah. In one side.
Yeah.
And like I thought they were gonna give me 2 shots. I'm gonna make 2 cuts. They made 1 shot, 1 cut.
Well, maybe measure twice, cut once.
I did ask that. I did ask that on that one. So, still ginger. They said don't lift anything over 10 pounds for the next 3 days. And what did I do? I built a freaking shoe rack.
That did look new. I meant to ask.
And I was like, that was not a good idea. And I feel like I'm paying for it now. And they also said if they get twice the size of regular, call us immediately. So you better believe I'm checking like every hour. I'm like, is this? But it's like, I know my way around down there, but I was like, I don't know if I've measured or I was like, is this bigger and how much bigger? And is this something where I need to alert?
It's one of those where you'll know.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be pretty obvious. It's like, wow, you
going from like a golf ball.
You're smuggling
to
2 grapefruits down there.
Yeah.
My eyes are up here. It's like that South Park episode. Yeah. But yeah, no, the operation went fine. I'm not out of the woods yet. I still have to, I told you we have the next step, right? In 2 weeks, I have to give them a sample.
Yeah.
To show them that I am officially incapacitated from all that stuff. So I'll keep you posted. I know that's what you're really excited about.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, do they give you like okay. I won't get like too detailed, but
you can. That's fine.
Because I think from what I heard is you've got like a certain number of, let's just call it
swimmers.
Yeah. That you can release.
Yes. Release.
So like do they give you after this many days after the procedure?
Yes. So they say 7 to 10 days afterwards, you can get busy again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what if I'm not saying this is you, but I mean, what if you exhaust all those swimmers by the time you have the doctor's appointment? What do you do? Do you just say, Doc, I got nothing coming out?
Well, again, there'll be ghost loads, and that's the hope, right? You want ghost loads. Like, they don't want to see active swimmers in that sample because they're like, okay, you still have to have a birth control method. And then we're going to ask you to give us another sample to prove the ghost loads. Okay. So if you're going to town between that 10th and that 14th day, you're just like cranking it out. But I promise you, like, that, I don't know about maybe some people have quicker recovery times. That is the least thing. That's the last thing. I was like, this is a tender area right now. And the thought of jackhammering does not sound enticing right now. So I'm like, no, thank you. So I'm happy to wait a few more days until I knock on that missus' door and it'd be like, it's like, nurse, come check out am I all healed up? All that good stuff. But that's it. Do you have any other questions about that? I mean, like and now I kind of piqued your interest.
You did. You definitely did. Something that I will be looking into heavily. It seems like it was a straightforward process.
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
Pretty easy to get to. I don't know if you want to call out the place that did it or not.
Yeah, it was Virginia Urology. They've got multiple campuses, if you will.
Oh, okay.
And they give you all sorts of goodies. I got the ice pack I'm using is from right now on my gonads.
Oh, they hook you up.
Is from them. And I also got this cool shirt. Because it's like, I feel like you remember that Seinfeld episode where they were talking about the proctologist and like, they're the best sense of humor. It's like, these guys got a pretty good sense of humor too. Because they gave me this shirt and I'll put it up on the screen. But what it says this, it's like a spaceman.
Yeah, it is.
It's a spaceman and he's got scissors. You see him? And it says the snip. And then it says 1 giant cut for man, 1 giant sigh of relief for the weekends.
I like too how it looks like it's the moon that he's got scissors into.
Yeah, that's definitely not the moon. I know that surface like anybody. So they have a good time. The only real quick on the procedures is that I was a little bitter. I didn't get to pick the music. They were playing Taylor Swift while I was doing this.
Oh, come on.
I was like, Tay-Tay, I don't know if I want Tay-Tay. as I'm saying goodbye to my swimmers.
No, you don't.
But I mean, I don't hate Tay Tay as much as you remember back in the day. I was a real hater. You remember that?
We were.
Yeah, we were. You were too. I know I was.
I still am kind
You
of.
start. I don't know if having a little girl has changed that.
Okay.
Because now I'm like, okay, if I had my daughter picking a role model, Taylor Swift or Sabrina Carpenter or the Kardashians, Taylor Swift.
Sabrina Carpenter. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's Taylor Swift.
No, you're right. You are right about that.
So maybe that's how I've softened a little bit. I'm like, okay. I was like, she seems like a good person. Treats her fans okay.
The song, I mean, okay, if you're gonna compare,
the music is not my taste, but I mean, to each their own. Maybe that's where I've softened. I was like, you know what? Live and let live. If you like that garbage music, you can go get that garbage music.
I've softened a little bit. I just think I feel like she just dated people to break up with them.
That's where, I mean, that's where the hate began for me too. I was like, you know, she's a grenade. Like, do not go out with her because you will be in the news in about 6 months.
And now I haven't like super softened as much as I want to because I always had a thing for Blake Lively. Still kind of do.
Okay.
But now after this whole Justin Baldoni,
Baldoni
you
stuff,
kind of realize like, oh, she's not really that great of a person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, like, I don't know all the deets.
She's not terrible, but she doesn't come across as like the girl next door type.
Mm.
So now that Taylor Swift, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm sure John Mayer's an a-hole and a douche, but I'm sure you weren't just the greatest thing
since
in the
sliced
relationship.
bread. Yeah.
And it's like, was all his fault. Like, I'm sure it's maybe 51-49 him. Like,
yeah.
So I'm kind of like, yeah, you come across as if it's like you're the victim. And I'm starting to probably think that, yeah, probably not.
Maybe not that black and white.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, we got some Tay-Tay talk on this. I didn't even see that coming.
This episode's going to have a little bit of...
It's very eclectic, yes. Yeah. We got... That's the other thing, we kind of let off with this. We got a lot of cool stuff to go over. World Cup talk. MLB, we're going to dabble in the MMA because some stuff happened. Maybe some Wimby. We skipped all through Wimbledon.
We did.
Blame it on the World Cup. And then we have a surprise at the end.
Ooh, do we?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. But you got to keep listening to get to that gooey center of the podcast.
Or just skip like
every
5
don't
minutes.
tell them to skip. What are you doing? Or
like, they all know.
Or like, I love how the Spotify is like, this is what this 30 minutes is. I don't want to listen. That's for your dad so he can skip to the movies section because that's his favorite part. Yeah. I got you, Mr. Simcoe.
We'll get there eventually. I don't know. July's not the best month.
Well, and again, it's a lot of blockbusters, man, and a lot of, again, just cash grabs. Another Minions movie, another Toy Story movie.
Isn't that, though, well, we can quasi get into it, but not a whole lot. But, I mean, aren't the summers always that? Are there ever, I mean, you could tell me, is this just a summer where it's just straight cash grab?
Yeah, there's always, but I mean, they don't hit the headlines, right? They don't get the headlines to use, so they kind of sneak under the radars, so they're screwed. So it's like no big production company wants to get their A movie out, even if it's like an indie, and then try and battle against these big guys. So like, we'll do it in March or we'll do it in September. There's one movie that you should be. It's called The Dink in Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, you know what it's about?
A dual income, no kids person?
No.
Oh.
It's pickleball, man.
Oh, that's right.
The Dink with Jake Johnson.
I love him.
He's hilarious.
Is it the same one that's with no, I think it is Jake Johnson. I thought there was one with he's in the commercial with Jake Johnson. Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. I don't know if Ben Stiller's in that movie, but he's the lead. Jake Johnson's the lead.
Yeah, that's got to be good.
It's going to be good.
That's a perfect movie for him.
And for you.
I know.
Mr. Pickleball
we're
here.
We're going to be watching it.
You got to watch it.
Yeah.
We got to get Netflix. You have Netflix?
No.
You got to get it. It's on Netflix.
Dang, everything's on Netflix.
Not days. Everything. One of our conversations, the Home Run Derby was on the. We'll get to that. Any last words or any other questions about? I'm an open book with my.
I know you are. I appreciate that. Yeah. I think I'm good.
All right. You can always ask me and put in the chat too, boys and girls. You can ask us on if I don't know if this is going to make it into the socials. It's very graphic, but
you never know.
Yeah, you can drop us a line. We still got the archaic email option available to you as well. But, that's the simplest way. If you're thinking about, making yourself more inclined to kind of, call it a day when it comes to kiddos, that's the way to go. Don't do what this guy did. Don't do what this guy did because this is another way of doing it. I don't think that was his plan or his reasoning behind it. But I got to talk about this earmuffs for those of you that are, I don't know, Disney kids or Disney adults or something like that. But there was a story that came out last week about a guy that got arrested in, where was this? I think this was in Pennsylvania. No, Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
Not allowed to do in the air. So what does this have to do with vasectomies, you ask? Well, he kind of had he decided to kind of literally take matters into his own hands. This man, Christopher Peden, he entered a neighbor's detached garage on May 6th, and he cut his own penis off with a kitchen knife. He poured gasoline on it, and then he set it on fire on the garage floor to try and burn this detached garage of his neighbor it down. He then walked away. He encountered police, and he told them he'd been stabbed in downtown. And then they once they figured out, they found his, I guess, charbroiled pee-pee. And they were like, no, this looks pretty cut and dry, for lack of a better term. Good God. Like, of course he got arrested for arson. And that's all he got. It's like, how about mutilation of yourself? Because is that a crime?
It has to be, right? You can't. Well, I guess it's not a crime.
They said there's still no motive as to why he did this. He's got to be drugs.
I mean, no doubt. It has to be. But even on your, what did you think it was that you were cutting off?
That
piece of dynamite?
Piece of dynamite. I was like, there are other forms of kindling. Like, you can go and find some branches and some twigs.
You got your fingers and toes?
Yeah, you're like, use those before you take off something like that. Yeah. Like, at what point is he just like, well, I need something to start the fire? What do I got on me?
I'm kind of like, would that even light that well? I don't even know.
Maybe he was just like, well, they call it wood. I've got wood. Yeah. So I need to saw that wood and use it for a starter pack.
God bless. It's plus you're in a garage. You don't have something lying around.
What? Yeah. Again, let's put drugs aside. What's the end game here? It's like, after you do it, you're just like, well, that's it. All right. Like, this is my life now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Like
you said, no kids. You're
no
good.
kids, yeah. He's like, I really don't want to have kids. But the property owners told police that the neighbor woke them up to an alert of a fire, and they noticed that a family member, Peden, was missing. So I guess the property owners reached out to the neighbors, who this guy was a neighbor. And again, there's no explanation for the self-amputation, which obviously is the more pressing thing. He was taken to the hospital. The garage sustained a little bit of fire damage. The kitchen knife, gas can, 4 lighters are now sitting in evidence. And he was trying to, people are insane, man. It's just like, can you imagine being a cop and that's like the crime scene you go to? It's like, what's the weapon? I don't know, but it's shriveled and
like on there. And he's just like, no, it's my stuff. And they're like, but my initials are on it under there. Yeah, you got some weird people out there.
No, yeah, it never ceases to amaze me, some of the crazy crap that people do.
This tops it, though.
Yeah, this might be, yeah. This guy tops it. It's not going to be a top anymore.
I feel bad he didn't even set the place on fire. Like,
right, it's like, yeah, it's like, you feel bad. Like, you never want, I'm not a condoning arson, but for literally the sacrifice that he made, I'd like to see a better result for him.
Like, he's legit. Not only does he probably have mental health issues because he's had to been on some drugs, but I mean, the second that he's able to think clearly, he's going to be like, wait, I literally don't have this unit. Like, I can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, it's not one of those where he can just be like, I made a huge mistake. Yeah, that's, nope. Yeah. It wasn't that big, okay? It was like kind of a medium-sized mistake. It was an average-sized mistake. It was an average mistake. But yeah, so we got deformities, we got some cuts, we got a few more cuts in the World Cup. Let's go! My second favorite conversation outside of, well, this is my first favorite. So we'll do a real quick recap, really quickly. Okay. For those of you that are listening for the first time, what are you doing? Go back, start in the beginning. You've got days worth of UNO to listen to kind of catch up to this point. But before the World Cup started, Semco and I, to get a little bit of extra skin in the game, we decided to do our own World Cup draft.
We did.
World Cup draft. Listen back if you want to. I think your order went France, Brazil, England?
I think.
Or is it England, Brazil?
I think England, Brazil.
Not that it
I
matters.
know.
USA, Netherlands. I had Spain, Argentina. What does it
Doesn't
matter
anymore.
So with the World Cup, we are recording literally hours after the last finalist for the World Cup has been decided. Argentina comes back again and defeats England, which we'll go into, and then on the other side, really the big shocker, because this team had seemed unstoppable the entire tournament. France goes down to Spain, and we got a Spain Argentina final.
We do.
So for those of you that don't understand, not only did we have a draft, but we also had a wager that went along with it too, didn't we?
Did we? I don't think we did.
I think we did. I need to do some math here. Did I win?
Yeah, you won.
I won the wager. And what did I win?
I think you won.
I think you won.
You won a handshake from myself.
My respect. You won a foot shake, like a shake. Like I'm going to put it in a smoothie.
Yep.
Not my foot. But yes, so for those of you that don't know, the wager that we created because it was a tag along to a story that we had on the previous podcast about a woman, an entrepreneur, really, who was outside of like one of those anime cons or comic cons, and she was seeping her feet in fruit juice and then selling the feet juice to patrons for like $10 a glass. Good news for you, Semco. I'm not going to make you pay for the glory of drinking my feet juice.
God bless. This is not a good night for me.
Great night for me. So for those just catching up real quick, with Argentina and Spain, my two teams officially making the finals, you are officially out of the running for our bets. My wife is literally doing backflips.
I've never seen her happier when I saw her.
I mean, she could not wait to. She's a sore winner because she was rubbing it in your face the minute you walked in the door. But so the next steps really for this, and I'm leading with this. We'll go over the games, guys, for those of you that are like soccer heads and want to actually get into the details of the matchups, because they were great games.
They were.
Both were great games for other reasons. But we have to get into the devils in the details, man. I'm going to give you plenty of time to decide. One of the agreements that we had is that the loser gets to decide what the juice is that I'm soaking my feet in. Soaking. I mean, but what I didn't tell you is that I think I should still be able to decide how long my feet soak in the juice.
Okay.
I'm just going to be out. Like, my kids are going to be playing at the water table, and they're just going to be just chilling for, like, hours.
Good. Wonderful.
Till I'm pruny.
Good, great, grand. Yeah.
Nice pruny toes.
You won't do that to me.
I wouldn't. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
For the pod, I might have to.
Yeah, you might have to.
No, but the other agreement we had is that it would be a clean foot.
Yeah.
It's not going to be. So I already had some people asking, are you going to do it after you work out? I'll go on like a 3-mile run.
Yeah.
First of all, who thinks I'm going on a 3-mile run?
First of all, you can't even do a 3 mile.
That ain't happening. Like, maybe I'll ruck 3 miles or something like that. But no, I told you I wouldn't do that. Yeah. So it'll be a freshly clean, freshly manicured. You won't get a toenail in the juice. You'll be perfectly fine. I'm not going to shave my feet, but I'll make sure that there's no hairs.
Okay.
And then I'm literally considering, because you got a trip coming up. You got a trip to Pittsburgh coming up.
Yes, I do.
I am tempted to put it in a mason jar and have you take it with you to Pittsburgh.
Oh, come on. I'm not doing that.
Come on.
Take it to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Travel with it?
Yes.
Just sitting there in like a cooler?
Yes. You have to drive with your feet juice, with your delicious. So if you get parched on the way, you can take a sip if you want to. It's a long drive.
No.
I just want our friends to be there in the building as you're drinking this.
Well, if it's good for the pod.
Yes, it is. So with that, you have multiple weeks to decide what you want your juicy juice to be. You remember juicy juice?
I love juicy juice.
There you go. Maybe that's it.
It is definitely going to be, I know someone asked in the chat what it's going to be, and I was like, it's going to be like the poppy strawberry lime. And I'm like, why would I make it something I like?
Yeah, because you're never going to be able to drink that the same way again.
No.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
So I'm kind of like, what's like the newest Mountain Dew that's out? Like Fiesta Miata flavor or something.
You're trying to get all those like red 40s to just bury the taste.
Yeah, I want like the worst stuff in there so that it just like sterilizes it a little bit, or it gives me a better shot, and I'll never drink it ever again.
Like a Coke, when they put it, like they say it's so acidic that it can like clean a car or something like that. Yeah, you need something of that acidity to really just kind of
That's where we're going. Like a limited edition flavor of
Oh, I
something.
love that you're doing limited edition. That's cool. So
Yeah.
you're getting into the zone for this one.
Yeah, this
Here's the
can't believe I lost.
But here's the trick though. Like, you can't pick something that's carbonated because I have to crack it open and it's got to sit. You're gonna lose all the bubbles.
Oh my God, that's right.
I don't know why I'm helping you. I feel bad for you. I don't know, but you might have to do something that's non-carbonated.
This just got worse.
I mean, you can. It'll just be a flat Mountain
No,
Dew,
that's
a flat
awful.
foot
Yeah,
Mountain Dew.
that's awful. Yeah, and you have flat feet. It's just,
I know it works on 2 levels.
oh my God. What am I don't know what I'm gonna choose now.
Well, you have ample time. You
I
have
do.
what, 3 weeks? You have
Yeah.
3 weeks to make your decision, and we'll do it live. Not live because we'll record it, but it'll be live for us.
This has been terrible every which way. My wife yesterday after the Spain-France game called me a loser.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just not sugarcoating it.
Not at all. And it's like, you're gonna possibly lose a bet, and you were supposed to be the soccer guy. He doesn't watch any soccer.
I didn't watch any soccer.
And then after today, it was just a straight disappointment.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess we're not kissing till 2027. I was like, yeah, I get it. And I understand it. If you put the divorce papers in front of me.
You know what? I'll buy you some mouthwash of your choice to, try and get the taste out your mouth for a little bit. But you're right. I didn't think about it. You're like, you can't pick a drink that you like because every time you put your lips to that can again, you're going to just imagine my pinky toe in there.
Think of your whole flat foot.
Yeah.
Marinating in there.
Yeah, that's right.
There's got to be a time limit on how long
See, now you're thinking it's like you can't have it. It's like, so maybe we'll take some recommendations, like, hour to
recommendations.
I'm trying to get some fan like engagement here, man.
It'll start at 5 hours.
Yes, it will probably start at 5. So 5 days. It's like they'll be like, do it for the full 3 weeks. Every time you come home, shower, put your feet back in.
Yeah.
And just like, while you're watching Sports Center, and then do an hour a day, and then just again, I'll tightly seal that in a mason jar. You can put it in the fridge. You can drink it hot. Maybe you boil it. You do a hot foot tea.
That might not be so bad. It might get rid of a lot of that bacteria in there.
Why you just assume that I've got the dirtiest feet ever? There's no fungi. There's no toe jam.
Probably not, but it's still someone's foot.
It is still somebody's foot. I'll sweeten it for you. I'm not gonna pay for it, but if you want to pay for me to get a pedicure and clean it up as much as you can, they can the little rough I know. They can shave all that grimy heel skin that I have off of it. You want to see?
Oh,
maybe I will and this is what I'll do. I'll put it through a strainer. So if I do have any skin particles, I strain it before I put it in the cup for you.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not putting it in a clear. I'm not putting it in anything clear.
You're not. You gotta. You don't even want to look at it.
I don't.
Okay.
I got a black water bottle.
We're talking 8 ounces. We're talking 8 ounces, man. That's not a shot glass.
I was so confident I was going to win this thing.
I mean, it looked good. France looked like they were top of the world, Ma.
They did. I was relying on them.
So was I. I mean, I wasn't relying on them, but I was betting on them, quite literally.
Yes.
I put $100 bet on France to win the whole thing just to stave off the complete foot juice humiliation. I was like, at least if I lose, I'm $100 richer. So best $100 I ever spent.
I'm happy for you in that aspect.
So we've got a couple weeks to continue on the foot talk. We'll do the foot juice. Let's get into the games. All right. So they were incredible games.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, mostly because I don't know why it felt this way, because Spain was the second highest ranking team coming into the World Cup, but for some reason it had the vibe going in David versus Goliath. It definitely felt like France was this unstoppable force, but Spain turned out to be this immovable object that was in their way.
Yep.
So, I mean, from the Lamine Yamal PK where he came out of nowhere.
He did.
And so I don't even blame the defender on that foul because he didn't even see him coming.
Yeah, but you're in the box. You can't just wail at a ball I mean, he wasn't even looking. He wasn't turned and wailed, and that happens not a lot, but it happens more often than you think. Where a guy just tries to make a clearance, and the other guy just kind of sneaks in there, and you end up kicking him, and that sucked.
Yeah. So yeah, and then so I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Oxyropel, the Spain
Oh, Olarabal or
Olarabal. I thought
yeah.
there was an X in there somewhere.
No, not in that one, I don't
Okay,
think.
whatever. But yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that was like his like fifth World Cup goal this go round.
He is like a sneaky scorer for them.
Because like they were talking about it, they're like, this guy isn't even like big in the Premier League or anything like that. This guy just
He's in Spain, but he plays for like a middle tier team.
yeah.
Yeah.
But man, he's just crushing it
Yeah, when he's on
on
Spain, he does really well.
which is absolutely. And then there was so real quick, just like that, France down 1-0.
Yep.
But again, because of the power and the talent that was on that team, I don't think anybody really thought that the game was put away at this point.
No.
And there were still ample opportunities for you. So just tell me kind of what was going in your head when they were down 1-0. Were you stressing yet, or were you like, no, this is still well in hand?
I thought it was better. I thought this was going to wake up France. It was going to create a different game. They were going to attack a little bit more. I was worried that that's what Spain wants you to do and would kind of counter off of that, but man, I tell you, I wanted to mention him before the tournament. I said Pedri was the guy to
You did
watch
say
out
Pedro.
for.
Were you going to say Porro?
No, Rodri.
Oh, yeah.
Guy that won the Ballon d'Or 2 years ago. He's not sexy at all.
Sexy.
I mean, he's the only guy that he still tucks in his shirt. He's the only guy on the field that tucks in his shirt, but that guy controlled absolutely everything. I mean, if you needed someone to go up there and get a header for you on a corner kick, free kick, he's there. Make a tackle, he would just switch fields, play the open guy. He is so stinking good. He's been hurt for the last couple years, like ACL, a big one. He's finally 100% fit. I didn't know if he was going to be 100% for this tournament. If he's not, then oh my God, I don't know what else how he could play better. But man, it just every time France was coming down, that defense, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they were playing with what looked like an extra man. And Mbappe did say it, and it did feel like it, where he was like, we just didn't have enough guys in the midfield. They were trying to play from the fullbacks to the strikers and like nothing in between, and Spain had everything in between.
Yeah.
And so if they couldn't catch him on a break, I don't know. They made France look like they were Team USA out there, honestly, at this point. Yeah, it was impressive to like watch that, but the whole time I'm like, I was not. Once they was 2-0, I was like, I don't see how they come back from this.
And again, because you would always you schooled me on what Spain's all about, and it's possession. And man, they were putting on a clinic with possessing that ball. And there's like a term for it. It's like pendo or something like that, where they're just like literally like pinballing, or maybe, but they're just pinballing the ball back and forth. And you can see France, especially as the match went on, that they were getting more frantic. We need to get the ball. We need to get the ball, and they did not lose their cool. I was impressed because France looked like they were aggressive, and they were quick, and they were hunting.
Yeah,
but Spain didn't lose their cool, and they just kept possession and kept moving it around. There's that one where I think they were already down 2-0, and Mbappe got on the backs, and Cuckoo came in and just poked the ball out. Man, I mean, just everybody was just playing.
Yeah, I mean they all played some of their best games, but it was just absolutely impressive. And that's the thing, Spain, the players they have are like the best at close quarters, control passing. They don't get too energetic about it, and sometimes that's what gets them in trouble, though, is they just kind of against Cape Verde. I mean, they just kind of kept passing and passing. Literally, people in Spain, I guess you're back on the Rodri train, because everyone was like, he doesn't try to play any forward balls. I'm like, well, that's not his position.
Yeah,
like he's one of almost like the back four. Like that's not on him. That's on the other like 7 guys up there. But I was like, sometimes they'll just kind of lull themselves to sleep and just figure they'll just score at the end of a game and win. But man, that was impressive, man.
Yeah. And I mean, France wasn't without their chances. Like, I forget, again, it was very late in the game. It's still 2-0, but again, I felt like the stadium and even, Team France thought if we can just get one on, we're right back into this. And that time when the goalie came way out, way too early, and like that was it. I was like, okay, they score here because the goalie's out. The net is wide open, but respect for the goalie hustling back and putting himself in position, but also the defenders, because they took away the straight line to the goal. and there's nothing they could do.
It would have taken one hell of a shot to have
Yeah.
beaten that defender.
Yeah, because they were too far out anyways, but still, man, that was a scare right there.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Lamine Yamal, even though he didn't have, the assists or the PK, I mean, he forced so much on that pitch, on that game, that it kind of solidified why everybody's so hyped on this kid.
Yeah.
And again, it might not be the sexiest thing. And like you said, against Cape Verde, it's like their schematic, it really only works when they take the lead.
Yep.
Like, right? When they take the lead, then they're like, okay, now we're putting all the pressure on the other team.
Yeah.
If they can't score that first or second goal, then you start to be like, okay, you guys have to start kind of pushing the envelope and getting some points on the board. But I mean, I don't know if there's a more dangerous team to play against if they have the lead than Spain.
No, not at all. Because that's what France would try to do, counter a little bit, and once Spain got the ball, they would just pass it right up the field again and make it look so effortless. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
So if Spain in the final, if they get up early, well, we'll talk kind of how that game will go, but that's what Spain wants to do, and I don't know if that's what they should do.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, we got a little hint of the future there.
Yes, a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, the other thing that I'll say just about France, because the only reason I'm bringing it up is because, you had put him as when we did our draft, you put him on France as one of the guys to watch. And up to this game, he was everything you predicted him to be, was Elise.
Yeah.
But this game, he just looked out of sorts.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what was going on. There is one thing as the tournament went on that I kind of saw a little bit was like both Elise and Dembele. It seemed like they kind of stopped making like darting runs and they just kind of wanted to get the ball at midfield and then kind of take guys on. And Spain was just shutting that down.
Yeah.
They were just forcing him back. He tried early in the game to kind of do a couple like nutmegs and he got shut down on both of them. And he kind of didn't really try to go one-on-one after that. And he wasn't moving. I don't know if that's because of Spain, but it's also one of those too, though, where you can't make a wrong move against them because they'll just pass it around and go down the field. So they couldn't stretch themselves out as much as they wanted. And Spain just wanted it too more.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's part of that, we talked before Belgium, heard all this talk about Balogun coming back. And Spain just used the bulletin board that everyone, like myself, sat there and said, France is a freight train.
Yeah.
And it's because of Olise, Dembele, and Mbappe. And it's like, I'm sure in their heads, they're like, look, we can't stop killing Mbappe. Like he's freaking great.
Yeah.
But we can try to stop these other two guys.
Yeah.
And they absolutely did.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I don't know what's more impressive. And granted, I know that there's been another round in this World Cup from World Cups in the past, but Spain just broke the record for the most games in a single World Cup without getting scored on.
Yeah.
What was it, 7? I think they got 7.
They're at 6.
They're at 6, so maybe they tied. I thought 6 was where they were at, and they were trying to break the record.
7 then, okay.
But I mean, that's incredible. That's an incredible feat to kind of pull off. And, the other thing that was about this game, this was the first time all World Cup was trailing. This is the first time that France has ever trailed in the World Cup. And maybe, again, it's a situation of they hadn't been put in this position. And we always talk about, like, trial by fire and getting your, we talked about, you look at the two teams that are in Argentina and Spain, they did not have the easiest trek to the finals. Like, they looked... You can listen to our podcast. I was terrified about Spain when they tied Cape Verde. I was like, what is happening? That is my one seed. And now it's like all is forgiven.
Little did we know that Cape Verde was
the darlings, the Cinderellas. Yeah, there was a Cinderella of this whole thing, even though they didn't go very far. I mean, it was Cape Verde. Absolutely. They challenged people.
Yeah.
Challenged people.
I will say
did you realize they challenged the two finals teams, Argentina and Spain?
They were tied by the end of regulation
for
with
both
of those teams.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know.
That is wild.
Two teams
Cape
that
Verde,
lost
man.
today. We can't say that about.
No, we cannot.
I will say this though about France. Didier Deschamps, the coach. I don't know how he's going to be looked at in France because he won a World Cup, but he's lost. He lost last World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's bowed out in this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost the Euros to Spain.
Yeah.
He came out, though, with what looked like a game plan like they hadn't played each other.
Yeah.
Like, they played Spain 2 years
Yeah, they
or a
know
year
these 2
ago,
teams know each other.
and his tactics kind of came across as not respecting maybe Spain. I couldn't understand because I mean, Spain didn't do anything that Spain never does. Like, this is Spain from 1980s till now. They got Lamine Yamal, he's different, but this possession base, calm, playing in close, that's been Spain since
Yeah.
Spain's been around. So I don't know if Deschamps just thought that the confidence of his team could just press through that. But I don't know. But he just looked like he was out coached, but it was by like a mile. Like,
I mean, it did. It is a tale of two managers because I mean, like there was like I dug a little bit deeper in this because I've found that I always like to look at like the man behind the team and the
yeah,
coaching, and it's like I've been impressed with the coaching and how it really has a huge impact in the World Cup.
yeah,
They there was an article that I read that they were praising Luis de la Fuente, the Spain coach, for through group and knockout stages, he was utilizing his entire squad.
yeah.
Like everybody was getting playing, everybody was getting ample rest, and everybody wasn't fatigued and whatnot, which gave him kind of that depth, that flexibility to kind of really just be fresh legs when they faced juggernaut like they did in France. And then, like you said with Didier Deschamps, he burned out. I think he burned all his subs by minute 72.
He did.
It's like I feel like panic started setting in. He's like, well, let's just get it. I mean, they took Elise out. They took like
Yeah.
like a lot of big names out, and by minute 72, it's like they had nowhere to go.
And the subs looked so frantic, like
Yeah.
they were just
Again, and they're probably feeding off of their
Yeah.
manager, and they're like, he's frantic, so I need to be frantic, and it's like panic is setting in. It's like the dream is ending.
which is weird because this was his last tournament,
Right,
like,
yeah,
no
this was
matter
his
what,
swan
so
song.
what's it matter? Like,
Well, I mean, maybe that again, I'm sure you've had a coach that you've actually absolutely adored, and you want to play harder for them,
Yeah.
but sometimes that makes you worse. I want to kind of double back in there is that it's crazy that I'd like to think that France and Didier were ready for Spain. I know that you said it didn't look like they were.
They had to be
Because
ready,
again, these
yeah.
teams know each other, and Spain has had their number. They've now beaten them in big tournaments 3 in a row.
Yep.
They beat them in the 2024 Euros, the 2025 UEFA Nations League.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, no, it's like that one, they didn't the Euros was huge.
Euros, okay, Euros, and then now.
Yeah.
Like, you got their number. And so maybe that gave Spain a little bit extra, not only because everybody was talking about France, but
Yeah.
they're like, we own these guys.
Yeah. They know them. I mean, they know those 3 guys, what they were gonna do,
Yeah.
like, up top. Like, they know their style.
So yeah, I mean it's pretty impressive, and it proves to you that it's like, anybody can win on any day
Yep.
if you have a good, plan ahead of you. Well, I mean not anybody, but I mean again they were number 2. It's like it's weird the disparity. And you looked at the playoff odds, even in the Final Four. I know because I put $100 on France to
Yes, you
win.
did.
They were like plus 40, and then I think Spain was next at like plus 660. Everybody
Yeah.
had France just moonwalk into this, and they made the final the World Cup prior. Did they make the final
They won the one.
the one? So yeah, they were already kind of rubber stamping their way to the finals in
Yeah.
this one, and you see Mbappe in really just his prime. This
Yep.
is his prime, and they're like, there's no time for the team, and Spain just didn't
Power to 'em, man.
didn't listen to that hype.
Nope.
My first pick, Spain,
Well done.
is Spain. I'm gonna have a siesta after this.
Yeah.
Go run with the bulls.
Yeah. Be careful.
Yes, I know. Well, especially right now.
Yeah.
I can't run nowhere right
Nope.
now. My goodness. But let's talk about the other game. We obviously this one happened today. This is the last nail in the coffin for you,
Yep.
the Fijis. I know that you were holding on hope. England held a lead late in this game, 1-0. But the cardiac kids, man, Argentina once again. It's incredible. You can't count these guys out.
This is exactly what about 4 years ago, Real Madrid in the Champions League. Every knockout stage, the final game of because you play each other in each other's home stadium. So, but the last game, they were always down by at least 2 goals. second half starts and they just power through, just like Argentina did. They did it in every single knockout that they were in that whole Champions League tournament where they beat Chelsea,
Mhm.
Manchester City.
Mhm.
I forget who the other team was, but it was literally they were down in every single one and then just like flipped a switch, pulled like a Los Angeles Lakers, Michael Jordan Bulls. And it's like I said earlier, I was like, Spain, I don't think Spain should get a lead on Argentina at all. Just do what they did again.
Yeah,
Wait
they
till the
might be the
91st
kryptonite.
minute.
Might be
Wait,
the kryptonite, yeah.
seriously, because that's what woke up Argentina. It sucks because it's just like a natural thing, but like when you're, especially England, right? I mean, they were so dumb. I mean, their subs were awful to make,
Yeah.
but it's like, yes, you know that the other team is going to come at you with some offense. And yes, naturally, you're going to fall back, rely on that lead. Like you're not just going to try to open it up and score, even though some teams do try to do that. But you just can't let a team like Argentina is not Mexico. Like, you can't just let them come down your throat for 25 to 30 minutes and not expect them to, like, at least probably score 1
I mean,
goal.
they're too good. They are too good for you to just allow them to
Yeah.
kinda continue to press and continue to press. And again, it's like, know your opponent. They have proven that they love pressing and pushing the envelope
Yeah.
with the last 10 minutes of regular time. I mean, I mean, Switzerland, Egypt,
Yes.
like everybody. It's like
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde. Like how do you not? And I think that Tuchel, he tried to, because you saw him sub like 3
Ugh.
defensemen in when they had the one, and he's like, we know that they're gonna have a late charge, and so we need to be prepared to just hold on tight. Kind of like what they did with Mexico. It's like, let's
Yeah.
just hold on. Let's just hold on tight. But I'm sorry, Argentina is not Mexico. That's not going to work.
No.
You have to stay aggressive. And I don't even know soccer, but it's like you can't just sit in your zone and just take punch after punch after punch after punch.
They sat there and they took, I mean, Tuchel, look, he did great. And look, if they somehow held on to win, it would have been great. But guess what? Look at they didn't even they generally didn't even take a full corner kick into the
I
box.
know.
So why are you bringing in the 6'7" Dan Burn?
Yeah, I love Dan Burn.
I mean, I love him, but it's like literally you need guys that are going to like run around the top of the box and chase those guys around that are just passing it. They're looking for something
Yeah,
else.
just a hole.
And then, of course, I mean, exactly, like the corner kick. I even said in the chat, I was like, so the guy hits a screamer that the goalkeeper saves. And so then you send 2 people out against 3 on the corner kick, and you leave the guy open that hit the screamer, and then he just nonchalantly.
So was it I didn't know that Fernandez was the one that hit the screamer that hit the post?
No, he's the one that, but right before the goal, he hit a shot that the goalkeeper saved.
That's right. That's right.
But
The
it
one that
was
would take
it
high,
was
yeah.
knuckling, it was
Yeah.
moving from like 30 yards out, which that guy can hit those.
Yeah.
And then on the corner kick, they let him get even closer. Don't really mark them, are so late coming out because they're all these big guys that are expecting a header.
I mean, like, especially that first goal, the 85th minute that tied it up. I mean, and maybe this is just me being the horny for Messi like I always am, but that goal happened because of Messi, right? Like, he held it, and then when help came, that's what opened Fernandez up wide open. The guy that was tracking him, he came over to help with Messi. Messi needed to get doubled. Pass to Fernandez, and because I had to rewatch it, I was like, how is this guy so freaking open at the top of the box?
Like,
so he had probably 5-10 yards from the next defender, and he's like, he had time to set, crank up, and just lays that in from like you're staring at the goalie right there, like unbelievable. I could not believe
it's
it.
because Tuchel subbed in all these guys to sit in the box for headers.
Yeah.
No one to come sprinting out. Like poor Elliot Anderson, my player of the whole tournament, he's running around back and forth trying to defend these guys. And it's like no one wanted to step out because they're all central defenders that just want to sit in there and hope that he crosses it. And I'm like,
they adapted. They're like, okay, you guys gonna do that. We're gonna take what you give us.
I mean, yes, it was a great play by Messi to wait and to force the guy to come over. But there's just no way that's Enzo Fernandez is the one guy there other than Messi from long range.
Crank it.
You can't leave open. And they were so late, so slow getting out. It was a huge mistake because he subbed in guys that's not what they do. They're all guys that send other people out, are like, no, you go chase.
Yeah, and then so that happened in the 85th minute, and then 7 minutes later they got their winner, and that,
another smart play by Messi. What's his name was hurt for England. and he took full advantage of
it.
He went straight at him. You got to do what you got to do, man.
Hey, you know the weakness. Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, when you're a competitor, you don't, like, as long as you're not going to injure them further, you're like, I'm going to attack the weakness.
You have to.
But I mean, again, both of those goals assisted by Messi, just again, further, like, if Argentina wins this, like, Messi is going to become, he probably already is a god.
Yeah.
But he'll officially become, especially if he has a deciding assist or goal in the final, like, people are going to be, building statues of him around the entire world. They're already doing it, but even more so.
I think I've learned something in this World Cup, because there's always still the Ronaldo-Messi debate.
Yeah.
And I'm a Messi guy. And I think I've realized, because there's been a couple guys that are on social media. I'm not going to name the one because I'm tired of seeing him, and I don't know. But
yeah, and if Siri hears you, she's going to start putting it into your
exactly.
algorithm.
I don't need to see any more of.
You can write it down so I can
Okay.
not right now, but
not right now, afterwards. But anyway, but I realize, I think the people that like Ronaldo, they like because of he's braggadocious, his attitude.
Swagger.
They like that.
You like some swag? You're king swag.
I do generally.
Swag.
But the modesty on the soccer field to just go out there and rip everyone a new one. I don't need Ronaldo taking his shirt off all the time. I don't need him telling everyone how he works harder than everyone and how he's the greatest of all time. I think it's just, that's your personality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's it doesn't have anything to do with the game itself and how they play. I think it's just all the way that they go about how they play the game.
Sure.
So it's clearly Messi's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt of those two. But they're still going to lean on him, Ronaldo, because Messi's too quiet.
Yeah.
And I think that's terrible.
He probably has like 5 Instagram followers, and like Ronaldo has 50 million or something insane.
Yeah, I'm sure Messi's never even been on his Instagram account, and Ronaldo probably sits there on there. Did I pick up any new followers? Like, who reposted something?
How many Sports Illustrated ladies are in my my chain now?
Yeah,
my chain gang toot. But no, I mean, like, we've said it every round and every podcast, but it, like, every Messi cross just looks like gold.
Yes.
Every single one. It's like he never freaking misses.
These guys are I mean, most of these guys are that good, but when big situations, I mean, yeah, Messi that was his right foot, and I mean, he put it over a big, tall defender.
Big, tall guy, and got it right where it needed to be. I was like, unbelievable.
I could have scored that goal. Like, I mean, it was like wide open header from 6 yards out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Saw it going, though, in like slow motion. I just was like,
no.
I was like, damn it.
Yeah. Are you going to try and do it in one swig? You can't. That's 8 ounces. Are you going to, like, are your lips going to leave the glass, or are you just going to just keep powering through? And I swear to God, if you do that fake out where, it's leaking out because you're drinking it so fast, you don't drink every last drop, I'm calling a redo.
Redo?
Redo. You can't, no spillage. I don't want a single drop spilled. I don't want those, I don't want you to pull a DW chugging and he doesn't really want to chug the whole thing. Yeah. So he purposely like blocks it so it all spills. He'd rather make a mess all over himself than actually have to drink it. No. I had
noticed that move from him after a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you're sober, you start noticing things.
Yeah. It's like, he's a savvy guy. Which like, but I mean, kudos to him, because he's like, I don't want to get belligerent. I don't want to get completely just tore up, because I've seen him tore up.
Oh, have you?
Oh my God. Do you not know this story?
No.
The Ndamukong Suh Heisman story? Do you not know this?
No.
Oh my God. All right. I think Will Billy has to be here for that one, but that is one of my greatest DW stories. Oh my God. You don't have that story? Oh my God.
So there is so like, I've noticed that DW and Will Billy, I knew Will Billy kind of had an origin story as to why he doesn't drink like he used to. I didn't know DW's, but I guess this might have been
I don't know if this is an origin story, because this is well past him, like, drinking, and maybe I'm giving myself too much credit, but it might have been the first straw to the end of his marriage. I don't know. because it went sideways.
Whoa.
But we'll save that for another. We got a lot of stuff. Like I said, we got a special thing going on later. We don't need to do it right now. That's fine. But yeah, no, this game was just fantastic. And the minute they tied it in the 85th minute, I was like, it's Argentina.
Well, yeah, I mean, England had brought in all defenders. Argentina had all offensive players. I don't even know if it had to be a message from Argentina's manager Scaloni to be like attack, but I think they've done this now so many times. It's like blood in the water.
Yeah.
Like, let's just go for the win. But it's like, who's going to score on England? Like, what do we have to worry about on it? I mean, Harry Kane can't run by you.
Nope.
So who's going to come down the side? Like, Bellingham is exhausted.
He's one man. And yeah, he looked gassed.
He had to have been. I mean, he just was. So it's like, unless, like, who was going to do anything for them? So you had nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Plus, Argentina still had, like, their 3 best defenders back there.
Yeah.
And then they had 8 offensive players.
Yeah.
So it's just go down and score and win the game.
Again, this is one of those things where it's like, were they just outcoached? Like, did Tuchel just literally drop the ball on this? Or do you think it was the right move, given that they were in the lead and they're like, we know that there's going to be an onslaught, and our best course of action is to just try and hang on to this 1-0 lead. Because if it goes into extra time, like, we're screwed. Or let's say they tied, we have to then hang on until PKs.
Yeah, that was going to be my thought. And I thought it was the right idea. I mean, you want to bring in more defensive guys because, one, you know they're going to bring in offensive guys. It's just the wrong guys. Dan Burn should never have played in. He never should have been in that game. They should have brought in anybody else before they brought him on.
Well, and that's what I was watching, and it looked like they had another guy that was going to come sub in, and then they put Burn in instead, or maybe they both subbed in at the same time. I think Nico's came in for Declan Rice. Maybe in the same minute as Dan Burn.
Yeah.
But Dan Burn came in because the guy got hurt. Reece James, he got hurt. So they're like, we have to sub him out.
They could have thrown they could have thrown something else in there. I just didn't think that was the right call. But yeah, after that they were going to play for PKs. Or I mean, look, or it could have been because, at the end of the game you did sit there and think, though, well, they brought in all these big defenders. If they get a free kick or a throw in, they could do some damage. And then Burn you're in there to head the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't win some of them. He headed them weirdly. I'm like, what are you in here for? God, go back to Newcastle. He's gotten worse. I felt the only reason why I'm
really
ragging on him.
A lot of Dan Burn hate.
Well, because like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, because he's 6'7". Like he stands out. He looks goofy as hell. But he was at least like halfway decent. But these last couple years on Newcastle, he just gets attacked. He's the player that ends up making a mistake like every game. He didn't play but so much with them. So I was like, you're not even, maybe 3 years ago, I'd say that's a great pick. But man, yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. Well,
but hey, I think we're going to have I think it's a much better final. Spain, Argentina.
Yeah.
I mean, those two teams, the gameplay is going to be a little bit better. I feel like Spain, England would have been kind of boring. Like, I don't think England could have hung with them, but Argentina being the cardiac kids.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, again, it's another, unstoppable force, immovable object. They're not France. Argentina's not France. I feel like it was a French Argentina, like France would have just probably ran away with that.
You never know.
But I think that they'll be good combatants with each other. I think that Spain Argentina will be good because I could see Spain taking a 1-0 lead and then kind of doing what Spain does, and then let's see, can the cardiac kids do it again against one of the best possession teams ever. And that'll be a cool matchup to kind of see. So, and again, have you seen the viral photo of Lamine Yamal and Messi like 19 years ago?
Oh yeah,
that blows my mind.
I know,
blows my mind.
Like holding him like
he's a baby.
Yeah,
he's a baby. Yamin Lamal's family won a contest. To have him like cradled by Messi.
Small world, man.
Gift of God. Like maybe that was the touch. He got the touch from Messi as an infant. So now I have to have Wes get touched by Yamal in a very professional, safe way. Not like that. Get your head out of the, like, pat it on the back.
Lamine probably wasn't even a right-footed player until Messi like held him and was like, "I just transfer my left foot to yours."
Well, let's get into the preview of the final, man. So Argentina, Spain, we have the final in our grasp. What's happening this weekend? Very, very exciting stuff. First off, are you even going to watch the third place match?
No, God,
Those are your two
no.
teams, France and
It
England.
doesn't matter. None of them want to be
Is there
there.
bad blood? They don't like each other, right?
I mean,
France
they
and
don't
England?
like each other. I mean, I'm sure it'll spoil over. I mean, once you get to playing, I don't know. There's always these games where, even like my little indoor silly league, and it's like
Silly league.
it's for nothing,
It's my
but I
silly
don't know.
little league.
You just want to beat the guy,
Yeah.
so they're gonna want to play against each other. But I'm not watching that. No way.
So, okay, so they will skip the third place game. Let's go right into the final, man.
Yeah.
Argentina, Spain, what are the things we need to be looking for? Obviously, I want your prediction of who's coming out on top.
Yeah. I think it could be so the first half of the Argentina-England game, it was actually good, I thought, but not much happened. Like there weren't really many shots on goal, but it got a little chippy. It got moments where you thought something could happen. I think that's how it's going to go. I think someone needs to score a goal. I think it actually could be a rather boring game unless somebody scores.
Okay.
Because I don't both teams don't. I mean, we've seen it from Spain. Spain, unless they're scored on, which doesn't happen, or they win it late, they got this early goal, which helped. But Argentina has done the same thing. They kind of feel you out. They kind of wait for you to do something, and they score all their goals late. So you might be able to just miss the first half and start watching the second half.
It's like me watching the NBA. It's like I only need to watch the last 5 minutes.
I mean, kind of. Spain's going to want to hold possession. Argentina is okay not having possession a lot. They'd rather have it, but they're not going to be lost if they don't have it. It's hard to imagine that Argentina is not going to find a way to win. I almost wonder, though, if Spain tires them out with their possession game.
Yeah.
We'll see after all these games. And like you mentioned, Spain rotates a lot of their players.
They do.
They could be more fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Spain is more like Argentina, and I don't know, sometimes it's kind of like those teams that run the option offense, don't know how to stop the option offense.
Hey, Nebraska, the golden age.
So I don't know, maybe just Spain might not be able to handle Argentina, but I think Argentina comes out on top.
Guys, so you got them repeating.
I got them repeating.
Wow.
Messi rides off into the sunset.
Do you think this is his last? If he wins, it's got to be his last.
I can't believe he comes back at 42 years old.
I don't know.
But I don't know. You keep playing.
Dude, you could argue he had his best World Cup this year.
I know.
At 38.
Is MLS that good?
No, like I told you, the reason why he's good is because he was not breaking a sweat in the MLS. He's like, I'm leading scorer, and I'm playing with 1 foot tied behind my back. Real quick, yeah. So, Spain, Argentina. My heart's with Argentina. My head's with Spain. I think Spain is just, we talk about the letdown. You just beat everybody's, favorite in France. Is there a potential letdown? I don't see that with that team. I see they won the Euros. They have a confidence about them, and they're like, if we could just take on Elise and Mbappe, like we can take on Leo, and we can take on the rest of that Argentine like force if we play our game. And I can see them playing their game, and it's like, I could see Argentina, like you said, being okay playing their game in the first half, maybe the first 75. And then they're like, okay, now this is when we get to turn on, but Spain doesn't change their game. Like, well, no, you have to have the ball to turn it on. We're not going to give it to you.
That's true.
And then the clock starts ticking. And Argentina's like, okay, we have to move. And Spain's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, we're still passing it around. So I'm going to give it to Spain. I think Spain's going to pull it out. Although I would love to see Argentina repeat. And I would love to see Messi lift the golden boot.
I know.
He needs one more goal to solidify the golden boot, I think. I think he's tied right now.
Well, he's tied, but he's got more assists, so I think he's actually guaranteed to actually win the golden boot.
There you go, unless Yamil Lamal scores like 10 goals.
Yeah, well.
Anything could happen, bro. But, it'll be an exciting. I mean, I'm on cloud 9. You're not so much.
No, like I said, as we were getting this thing started, this is the least excited I've been to come into an episode.
This is probably the least excited you've seen for a World Cup final ever, too. You're like, I don't know, watch this.
I'm glad I'm working.
I'm not. I'll be on bated breath. I forgot I wanted to give you a few little tidbits that I thought were really interesting about like the history of Argentina versus England. There have been some pretty impactful moments in World Cup history. I didn't realize the hand of God, Maradona's hand of God was against England back in 1986. And of course, David Beckham's infamous red card in 1998. Pretty cool. I didn't realize they had these dynamic chapters between the two of them.
They really do. I mean, it's kind of the closest thing I can think is it's almost like USA Mexico or like maybe USA Iran. because that whole Falkland Islands thing,
Yeah.
like, that's like a real thing.
Awkward. Yeah.
Which truthfully, I'm not gonna get so geopolitical, but the Falkland Islands are right next to Argentina. How is that not just Argentina's land?
Yeah.
Like,
Eh.
come on, man. Come on.
Come on. It's like, yeah, think about how much money you're playing, just like getting planes over there, flying over there, just checking on them. Hey, how my island's doing over
Yeah.
here? It's like Argentina's like, we can see them from the shoreline. They're okay.
Exactly.
And they love us. So just, come on. Also, a little fun fact is that this was actually Leo's first time he's ever faced
It was.
England
Yeah.
in his international career, 205 game international career. First time he played England. Pretty cool.
That is pretty crazy. And I also saw this is the first time where it's the top 2 in the world rankings that are playing each other in the finals.
Yeah.
Which usually you don't go by those, but so much. But I think as the years have gone by, you can't. I think USA was one time like ranked 5th or something. And it was like, there's just no way we were ever the 5th ranked team in the country, like in the world. Like
That's not possible.
This was like 20 years ago.
No
It's like,
way,
no
man.
way.
No way. Well, let's go from one of the most exciting and most like vital, important games in sports for the summer to one of the least impactful, least important, but still entertaining to some.
Yeah.
Sports activity or exhibition that just completed the home run derby for MLB and the All Star game, man. So we got to see a home run derby on a streaming platform. I think the first time it's ever been on a streaming platform on Netflix. They once again changed the process. They got rid of the clock and they were like, we're doing this because they can't figure out what to do.
I know.
With this exhibition. They don't know what to do with the home run derby. And they missed the steroid era of Bonds and McGuire and Sosa just like cranking them out like nonstop. Had a first time winner. I think it was the first Cardinal ever to win. No, wait, did McGuire win it? I don't know.
He did.
Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
But still, doing it in front of those raucous Philly fans.
Yeah.
I couldn't have been more happy to see a Philly lose in front of those Philly fans. Oh man, it just warmed my heart.
Yeah.
Warmed my heart. So, we'll talk a little bit of the home run derby and we'll do a little bit on the All Star game too. We got some fun stuff for the All Star game. We'll kind of go over. But what do you think? Did you watch the home run derby?
I don't have Netflix.
Oh, that's right.
And I couldn't watch it, but I'll be honest.
Did you get the highlights?
I'm not I'm kind of over the home run derby.
Yeah.
I haven't probably seen it in the last like 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
It's just, like as a kid, one of the things, I don't know if our parents timed it out, but my family and my cousin, our families would go down to like the Outer Banks every summer.
Okay.
And it almost always seemed to be at All Star Weekend.
Oh, really?
So, yes. And so we would sometimes we have a place that had like a hot tub and they would like wheel out like the TV. And my cousin and I would just hang out in the hot tub, a bunch of food, but watch like everything from the celebrity game to the home run derby.
Right.
So it was like a whole that was like a very fun moment.
It's a nostalgic piece of your childhood.
So now just kind of sitting at home watching a home run derby doesn't have like the same effect, I guess.
You don't just get super hot water in the bathtub and you're sitting in the bathtub watching on your phone.
Watching on my phone, no.
Just snacks. Your wife's like, what are you doing?
No, but sometimes it's just the way that it's like sometimes it's the clock, then it's like certain pitches. I just can't get into it anymore.
I mean, I also, no disrespect to Jordan Walker and even, the Kyle Schwarbers and the Bryce Harbors of the world. It's just, it doesn't have the name cachet that it used to. Like, again, I had mentioned Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds.
Even when Sammy Sosa
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep.
Like, those were the days where it's like, man, you were excited to see these guys. And I don't know, yeah, to your point, it's like, when we're kids, it's like kids dig the long ball.
Yep.
And it's like maybe we just gotten jaded in our old age. But I'd like to see if there's any 10-year-olds still hyped up about the home run derby. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it's just, I think for us, you probably saw like 300 home runs. They hit one almost every time.
Yeah.
Like, after a while, you're like, okay. Like,
yeah.
It's like the NBA All Star game. Like they just sit there and dunk it all the time. But I think the 10-year-olds still like that.
Yeah. Posterized. Yeah. But do you have a favorite home run derby memory?
I got a few that are probably like tied, and I'll keep them like super short. But I mean, when Griffey hit the warehouse, like
in Bmore,
I mean that was crazy.
You know who else hit the warehouse, but in a real game?
It wasn't Alex Gordon.
It was Alex Gordon right there. He's got a little plaque at Baltimore. Alex Gordon.
He didn't hit the warehouse. He hit it into one of those. He didn't hit the warehouse.
He did.
Did he really?
Yes.
No. Well, then, okay, that home run doesn't mean as much to me anymore, ever. Never going to mention that. But no, you know what? Bryce Harper, when he was with the Nats, before I realized how
Yeah.
much I really hate the guy.
I mean, I think that was his last year with the Nats too.
Was it?
I think it was his like contract year, and we were
Okay.
doing it in Nationals Park,
Yep.
doing it in front of his home
His
crowd.
dad was
Yep,
pitching. He
that's
hit
right.
like 9 homers in 50 seconds.
Yep.
Probably one that gets forgotten, which I thought was like, it was like the first barrage. Like sometimes these guys now go and hit like 20 plus homers in a round. You never saw that before.
Yeah.
But when Bobby Abreu did that with his silky smooth swing, hit 24 in like the first round.
Yeah.
It was just, no one saw that coming from him. I think the thing I remember is he was never the same since then. His career just took a nosedive after that. But that was fun. And then when Josh Hamilton,
I was about to say that's the one.
that's another one too, where that silky smooth swing, those lefties just have that swing. But when it was at the old Yankee Stadium there last year, and he put on a show.
He had 28 in the first round, crushing
Didn't even
the
win
single
the
round
whole
record.
thing.
I
But
know.
nobody cared.
Plus
Justin
you gas,
Morneau
man.
won. Yeah.
You get gas.
And that's another thing I didn't like about the home run derby. I blame Sammy Sosa for that. Is it took it too much as like a straight competition trying to win. I'm like, you know what? Just go out there and try to hit home runs. Like, you know, he's trying to like sit there and play this game of like, I only need to probably hit this many before, and every one he's like going back and stretching and hitting off of like a cone in the back. It's like, dude, just sit there with the rest and be in awe of another player. Like, you're taking it way too seriously.
You know who else took it way too seriously recently was Pete Alonso. Do you remember like Pete
Yes,
Alonso?
I do remember
like
that.
in between rounds, they'd like take a camera into like the gym, and he'd be like doing presses, like, dude. Like, but it's like he definitely felt like he was being a tryhard, but part of me was like, he wants to be known. He like, this is like his Super Bowl, which is great. I mean, I shouldn't really dog him. I felt a twinge of sadness for him that he never won it, but I was just like, I don't know, dude.
Wait, I think Alonso did.
I don't think he did. I think he got runner up like 2 or 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah. Or maybe he did, and he was trying to chase Ken Griffey's.
Yeah, I think he won
chase.
his rookie, like literally his rookie year. But then I don't think he won because he lost to Vladimir Guerrero, I think, in one of those epic ones.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Josh Hamilton one because I remember that in Yankee Stadium and him just like crushing it over the wall there. And then of course, for me, the home run derby will always be synonymous with Ken Griffey Jr. Because you talk about the silky smooth swing, he made it look effortless. And, you know, I'm not all about, furthest home run. It's like, he was just getting it over, and it was just like, it looked effortless and it looked like and again, he brought the swagger, man. He did the backwards hat. Come on.
Look
like,
at us. We got the
repping KG Jr. KGJ. But that's always going to be the one that kind of solidifies for me for the home run derby. I just, it just doesn't hit the same anymore. God, I had something else for this, and that's gone. I got absorbed with Ken Griffey Jr. And I can't see. I had something. And it's gone. But if it comes back, I'll bring it back. But, the other thing that kind of came in, we always say that World Cup saved us because there was actually something kind of going on. So these 4 days, and to also scratch that itch that we have some skin in the game. Like, it keeps us from betting. I bet way too much these last 3 or 4 days. I put $100 on France because I was like, I got no baseball to track and keep an eye on. I need some skin in the game. I already got some feet in the game. I need some skin in the game. But, that was what I was going to say. So the other thing about the home run derby is that as much as I would enjoy watching it, I want none of my fantasy players in the home run derby.
I was so glad Murakami was done out early.
Because like you had mentioned, and we talked about with Adley Rutschman, it broke him. And
DW.
Look at that, but look at that was that 2 years ago or was it last year? I think it was like 2 years ago. It was in Seattle, something like that. But you look at I remember distinctly there were 3 players that were competing in that, maybe 4, that have not been the same since. Adley Rutschman, Randy Rosarina, Aroldis Chapman. No, I'm sorry, Adolis Garcia.
Oh, yes.
And Luis Robert.
Oh, that's right.
All of them broken.
Yeah.
And you can track it back to that because people mess their swings up.
They do.
And and I don't know if it's fatigue or it's just like you just get out of sorts. It wrecks you for the second half of the season and sometimes lingering even further.
The only guy that seemingly it turns him on was Julio Rodriguez.
Yes.
Like, he's done it a couple times, and then he has that second half surge.
Yeah.
But, I mentioned Bobby Abreu. Never the same.
Never the same.
Then.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never the same.
I know.
It's like the people that are in that those derbies should be the people that like their swing just naturally, goes with the trajectory. Like that's why King Griffey Jr. was so good at it, because his swing was already kind of this uppercut, like launch angle that that lended itself to the home run derby, and that's why it never really impacted him, when he got back in the league. But it's like everybody else, it's like you're used to just making hard contact, and if you can get a little lift, great. But you're angling and you're dropping that elbow and you're trying to get as much, height off of a ball, it just wrecks you. So I was relieved that none of my fantasy players were on the home run derby.
I'm worried that Wilson Contreras, because he was hitting like 500.
Yeah, he hit a 490. Yeah, I saw that.
I was like,
yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed. That's also why, and I had another bet. I bet I'm Murakami to win the whole thing because I wanted him to get wrecked for you too.
Yeah, that's because you're scared of my team.
I ain't scared of your team. I'm not.
How could you not be?
How could I not be? Because I have your number, much like Spain has France's number.
I believe I beat you in the fantasy football playoffs.
How long ago? Like, what do you like? Fantasy football? I don't even remember. That was ages ago.
That was less than a year ago.
That was ages ago.
Oh my god.
So, anyways, we're good enough time. It's an All-Star game. We got a special surprise coming. We got to get to it.
I know. That's around 10:45.
I know we got time. Well, the special surprise can wait. Okay, they can wait. All right. But All-Star game, man. So the All-Star game also happened. First shutout, and I think it was over like 10 years.
Was it okay?
2-0. American League won.
That was 4-0.
It was 4-0.
Yeah.
Whatever. Obviously, I didn't watch. But they had 3 runs in the first inning, and then it just, kind of fizzled out through there. It brought up, because I was like, I know we're going to talk about it on this podcast. It's like, I wish I'd like have something for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
We were like favorite All-Star game memory, and I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. The tie.
And
not even a favorite memory.
It was, it's just something that, it solidified. Then they had to make a change of it because they exhausted their pitchers. And they're like, we have no more pitchers. We used them all because they only pitch 1 inning.
If that, at that point, they were pitching like a batter.
Yeah. The only other All-Star game memory I have is when Larry Walker was getting pitched at by Randy Johnson, and he threw some high heat, and then he went to the right-hand side and he put his helmet on backwards and he was sticking his tongue out. And it's like, just let's all admit that this is nothing but an exhibition.
Yeah.
And I'll say with the pitchers that they pitch 1 inning, it's like, if I was a manager, I don't want my pitcher pitching the All-Star game. Why would I risk you throwing something up for something that is complete an exhibition game? The All-Star game winner, you know what they get? Do they get playoff seeding? Do they get home field advantage? Do they get anything that like helps you through the season? No. You know what they get? Each player gets $25,000. That's it. What are they playing for?
Nothing.
Other than to say, hey, I was on the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Like, there's no motivation to this.
I do feel like baseball, they do like being considered an all-star.
Yeah, I guess, there's a little more clout. Definitely more than the Pro Bowl.
I mean, definitely. Yeah, and I think of almost any of the other sports. I think that means a lot to them.
Okay.
But I don't think any of them actually really want to play in the game itself.
Yeah.
Maybe the hitters do, I guess. I mean, 'cause you get to play like... I think the starters got like at least 3 at-bats in or something.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think that they are like, as focused and hyper like attentive. And they're like, I'm just going to go out there and swing. And I'm going to try and make contact. And the pitchers aren't going 100%. They better not be.
No.
Pitchers better be pitching at 85%. That curveball's got a little zip. Fastball's a few MPHs lower than it usually is.
But don't you want more? What was it when like Paul Skeens was a starter? I mean, he was throwing like 100. I mean, if you're a pitcher, though, and you see those guys up there, I mean, what do you want to throw like a little tater for Aaron Judge to knock out?
No, but at the same time, are you really going to risk, a serious injury? Maybe they are. Maybe I am, embarrassed for them that they would risk something like that for, again, something that has so little in return. Other than you don't want to get, blasted on social media. It's like, oh, Skeen's got pwned, next up his girlfriend or something like that.
I think that's a big thing.
You know what I mean?
I was reading a little quick thing about like Lamine Yamal, and they're like, what makes him so good? And a bunch of these guys were like, when I'm defending him, I'm like, I don't mess up because I don't want to be on TikTok. So it's true, man. Like, so I don't know. These pitchers are like, well,
social media.
I don't want to be on there and give up like an Aaron Judge 500-foot homer. So, I mean, okay, maybe they're not going to throw him like all sliders, but maybe they're just going to like really try to locate the fastball and be like, well, if he hits a double, so be it.
Well, and again, a lot of these starting pitchers, it's like, they usually go like 5-6 innings. It's like they know I only got to go through 1. So I can crank it out for 1 inning and then just be done. So, but yeah, also favorite All-Star games. I had nothing. I didn't even have the tie on my list because I was like, that sucks. Ties are the worst.
Yeah, I know. It was awful. It was a bad moment for baseball.
But that the other thing that brought up is that, okay, if we look at the 4 major sports right now, like how would you rank, maybe not by importance, but just by energy and entertainment, the 4 major sports like All-Star games? So you have the NFL Pro Bowl, you have the NBA All Star game, obviously the MLB All Star game, and the NHL All Star game. Like, what rank would you put them in, and why? You don't have to go through every one. Why would you pick one as one, and why would you pick 4 as 4?
Pro Bowl is by far last.
Yeah,
like without a doubt last.
that's easy.
Are we counting like the skills competitions and home run derby, like the whole weekend festivities?
I'll give you that. I'll give you the full
Okay.
weekend festivities. Yeah.
Okay.
That puts Pro Bowl even further down
I
the
know,
list.
it
Can I
does.
put him at 5 or 6 or 7?
I'd rather watch the MLS, like their midseason. Then I think I gotta go with I'd probably have to go with like the NBA.
NBA is 1?
3.
3. Okay, so you're going
Yeah.
4 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Major League Baseball 2. Hockey 1. The skills competition is the best thing out of all of that.
That's true. Yeah.
And if they do the 4 nations thing, it's a clear number 1 by a mile.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they might still consider doing that. The All-Star game wasn't really that great. None of them have a good All-Star, like the game itself. But the NHL skills competition, love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, the skills competition, fastest slam shot is always fun.
Fastest skater.
Fastest skater is always
accuracy.
fun. Yeah. I mean, and they put their money where their mouth is. It's like, how does the NHL give a bigger prize? So the MLB has an $800,000 pool that they give out to players, which again equals out to about an average of about $25,000. The NHL All-Star game gives a $1 million stake prize, and it's less players.
Nice.
So good on you guys. And also it's exciting because they do it a 3-on-3 tournament with the All-Star game champions.
Oh yeah,
which is really cool. Skills competition, like you said, very, very cool. So I'm with you on the NHL. No, yeah, I guess I'll still put it because the skills position. I think our rankings match because Pro Bowl is absolutely last.
By far,
absolutely last.
If the NBA could get stars to do the dunk contest, because I don't mind the 3-point. I sometimes don't even mind the quirky little. They get like the WNBA players and they do like
the skills where they have to dribble and they got a
like that's
half
not
court
so
shot.
bad.
Yeah, and do they still do it? Because again, not an NBA head, haven't been for quite some time, but they used to do it where it's like for the city they would get a current player that was maybe an all-star for that.
They still do.
They had like a legend.
Yeah.
And then they had the WNBA affiliate. Yeah. That's cool. I like that. That's fine.
And then you have to hit like the half quarter, and it just makes it. It was cool. It was entertaining. Yeah, it's not so bad. If I said the dunk contest would get in real guys, if the 3-point contest would get in all the 3-point shooters, that would probably still be number 2 to hockey.
Yeah, but there's probably still 2. But I'd say that I don't know. I'm waffling. I mean, I would almost put the MLB All Star game ahead because I just think the level of competition, even with all the negatives I had, I still think it's better than the NBA All-Star game.
The game itself would be better.
Yeah.
But other than that, they've got the home run derby and the celebrity game where they play softball and first base is actually third base now.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's trippy. Yeah, so see if your guys' list is the same. I think that we're all in agreement here.
Yeah.
If you have a different list, you're absolutely wrong. But good on you if you want to be wrong. That's fine. But we can talk about like tired, rundown things because we're moving on to the MMA, and nothing's more tired and rundown than Conor McGregor after that fight, my friend.
I know.
So we are going to do a real quick Conor McGregor bit. We'll kind of try and speed through it so we can get to our surprise. Do you want to try and do that, or we can push our surprise a little bit?
Well. Yeah, I can edit this out. I'll mark this. So we're at an hour 30.
Yeah, we said we give him 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll put us at 2.
Okay.
So maybe we should. We'll riff for like 5
on the MMA stuff.
Well, I'll text him now to log in like 5, and so we can do whatever we want for 5 minutes, and then he'll come in.
Okay, so you want to just do 5 minutes on Conor?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Send the text.
All right. But yeah, I mean, like, what a letdown. Everybody was hyping up Conor McGregor finally coming back. It's been so long. He's been a movie star. He's been in Roadhouse.
Yeah. Oh, was he in Roadhouse?
You didn't know he was in the new Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh, I did actually. He's like the main bad guy or
Yeah, he's the
something,
main
isn't
baddie.
he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's if I had known that, because that's what killed Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to
do this
make
movie.
get the Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so many things have killed Connor. I mean, he
It's
hasn't been
true.
relevant for, I'd say, 15 years.
I know.
But everybody's like, oh, and he had a very well respected fighter. He's fighting against Max Holloway,
Yeah.
Hawaii boy, local Shaka
Oh, is
bro.
he? Okay.
Absolutely. Blessed MMA. I think that's his tag. But anyways, but man, what a letdown. I mean, like his spinning kick right at the end, just landing wrong, and he looked like us out there. I'm a knee and just down for the counts. I mean, a ghost. Just fatality. It was brutal to watch.
It looked like he wasn't even confident in going for the move and still did it and then just landed. Like me and you trying that move.
Yeah.
Like he tried it for the first time in this fight. Yeah, that was weird, man.
Yeah. And then again, it just like, I mean, can you imagine? Because I know that those tickets for those fights are expensive. Can you imagine you spend all that money just to watch that thing wrap in under 2 minutes?
Yeah,
barely over a minute.
That'd be my biggest fear of going to a fight like that.
Like, and done.
Or like a Mike Tyson fight. Like,
I feel like you'd be okay with that if it was like a minute and change knockout. You'd be like, oh, I can't believe I was there for that. This guy got his, like when Rousey lost to, what's her name? Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been great to see, even though it was wrapped really fast, because you saw this powerhouse just get pwned in the first, like, minute and a half. You'd be okay with that. You're like, okay, I still got my money's worth. Nobody thought they got their money's worth on this fight.
No.
Whatsoever. Like, I mean, are you even a fan of his?
I was only kind of, not really. I was kind of a fan just because, I mean, he talked a lot, but man, he backed it up.
For a good amount of time he did.
For a pretty long time. I'd say like, maybe like 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
But then after that, he just would get worse fighting and double down on the trash talking. And then the whole him and Khabib thing.
Yeah.
And then once Khabib made him look like a mortal, it was just, and then McGregor just went off the deep end.
Yeah.
But then he got this great, wonderful chance to come back and fight.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Again, it's like the MMA that they always do this. It's like if they have a namesake, it's like we're going to milk this as long as we possibly can. That's why, like, John Bones Jones, it's like he should have been in behind bars like 100 times.
Yes.
They're like, we're just going to keep bringing him back. We're going to keep bringing him back because he sells the teas.
Him and Brock Lesnar.
Brock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Guy he now finally looks like he's like 60 years old, but I'm sure he could still compete for the heavyweight.
It's crazy that MMA, because I mean, like, it's been around a while now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying that I ever thought it was going to be like a flash in the pan, but I don't even know how popular it is now. I'm guessing it is because people will always have a bloodlust.
Yeah.
And that's the sport for it. But I still remember, like, for us, the peak of it was like 15 years ago when we went to Hard Times with a bunch of the buddies, and we would all watch, and we'd eat the really just sloppy chili that they have at Hard Times. Do you remember that?
Three-way chili.
Three-way chili. Yeah. Did you get to Cincinnati or
occasionally, but usually Texas?
Yeah, I like the Cincinnati. I was a Cincinnati guy.
You like the little, like the cinnamon, clove.
Yeah, it's a little bit of clove. Yeah, not that clove. But but yeah, I mean, that was the peak for us. So, I remember we used to go and we went for the headliner, but we would also like put wagers. I got this guy in the featherweight or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you saw some interesting fight. I still remember it distinctly. I think I was sitting next to Coleman and we were watching the heavyweight. And there was one heavyweight dude that was completely jacked, like 2% body fat. You remember this fight?
I do.
And the other guy just looked like a couch potato.
Yes.
Like they literally just woke him up. Dude, it's your turn. He's like, all right. He's getting crumbs off of his chest. And he had this big old belly that was sticking over his and he knocked the dude out.
I think I'm looking back. I think that was like Stipe Miocic.
I don't know their names.
Before he was Stipe, like, because he went on a long run, I think, of heavyweight.
Okay.
But he always was like a little pudgy, even I think when he was like in his prime. But yes, I think that was who it was. But yeah, I mean, he had like, his chunks were so tight, so he had like the mushroom a little bit.
Yeah. He had a little muffin top. He was a little muffin top X, that guy right there. But I think it is time for our surprise. Our surprise is we have a surprise guest, our first guest on the UNO podcast. We thought no one better than our reigning champion. So for Lago to Return, the man, the myth, the legend, you guys might know him as Excalibur, but we know him as Seabear. Seabear, welcome to the UNO, my friends.
ONU Universe, the champ is here. and my time is now. I'm Seabear, baby. Woo! For everyone on Instagram and YouTube who can see me, my name is Seabear, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Oh, and this right here, this is my championship belt, because I am your fighting cock fantasy champion, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? Mwah. Hey guys, how you doing?
It's quite the introduction. Yeah.
Okay, then.
But yeah, I don't know if we can say it any better than that, right?
Nope.
Like Seabear is the man of a few words, but they're powerful words.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
But
But Seabear,
a little bit.
you know, you're the first guest on UNO. And much like I complain a lot of times, what they don't see what happens behind the scenes, but it was a struggle to get you on here.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God!
Usually it's a struggle to get me off, but yes.
Hey, we got the business
Hey.
here. But like, welcome to the pod, man. Long time coming. But excited to have you here. But we're gonna like kind of just let you take the drive. I'm tired of driving. I know Jader is tired of driving. So go ahead. Why don't you give us an answer? What we're gonna do for this is we're gonna give you kind of free reign. Talk about what you want to. It can be an inside story. It can be something in sports you want to talk about. And then we're also going to do kind of a second half where it's just a guest request where you might want to, do an op-ed, tell us what we've gotten wrong, maybe accentuate a story that we've already kind of dabbled in. And the floor will be yours, man. So lead us off. What are we starting with?
First, I can't think of anything that you've said wrong. You've been nothing but...
Oh, did we lose them?
I love it. You did this. Wow, he's back. What happened? Are you good?
We had a good note. Yeah, you've been nothing but complimentary. You haven't gotten any story wrong. You haven't done anything besmirching about me or the friends.
He didn't like you talking so good about me.
That's right.
He's had to deal with me bragging about a peach juice and whatnot. He's like, no more of this. More of this.
First of all, podcast gods, I want to say congratulations, you guys. We've literally been talking about this for 20 years, and behalf of all the boys, I want to say congratulations. Thank you for spitting out great content every week, and I'm really proud.
Yeah,
really proud of you.
Yeah. We've always joked around. It's like we're just 20 years too late. You guys told us to do this 20 years ago. We're late bloomers.
Yeah,
us too,
early adopters is what we say in the tech world, as you are. Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, so Seabear, you've been a constant topic for us on the pod. We've known you for some years. I've known you for 20 plus. What is it, 25 years or something like that?
When you say you've been friends for 25 years, that doesn't really sound bad, except we became friends in mid-high school. So we're really old. I don't know.
Yes, we're old. Yeah. You couldn't tell with the grays right here.
Yeah.
And then, Semko, you've got some history with Seabear.
Oh, we met in college, but we were wonderful roommates for at least a year, maybe a year and a half. Waterman's Crossing was our biatch.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, it was.
That.
Well, we
had a wonderful time. It was me, you, our two cats.
Yeah, there were a lot of accusations about sexual conduct between us.
I mean, I don't know if they were kind
because of our cats. But we did a favor by adopting off a nice lesbian bartender that we were all friends with, and Brandon's coworker.
Katie. Katie. Yeah.
Yes, and they were healthy until Brandon watched them while we were out of town, and one disappeared, and the other got mange. Little Aries. I don't know if you remember that, Brandon.
Did I do that?
Did you do that?
I remember I was there when the cat got out. But you guys told me that she gets out all the time.
Yeah.
And she was coming back.
Zeus was the lone wolf. He would go out on adventures all the time.
Yes.
But Aries is alive and well, I think. Maybe not. She was pretty fast.
Anyways, 9 lives.
But Brandon, we have been friends since high school, where we were the cool kids at lunch talking about what color Ranger we were for the Jones soda, why old Mormon girls were hot, what all,
Yes. The important stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff,
what all the jocks talk about at lunch. Yes, absolutely. And then we actually lived together in the same room for 2 years during college, which is amazing.
We did.
And then in the same house for another 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's, when you live with somebody that long, it's almost like you can finish each other's sentences. Oh, God.
Come on.
God, we have managed to not impress a lot of women with that little trick there, but yeah, Jay Bear, we actually roomed in 2 different occasions One was, I'm pretty sure they had to be 16-month stints because the rent was cheaper. One in Newport News and one in Tyson's Corner.
That's right. Oh, the Dolly Madison.
Yes, the Dollies. Yes, where you would.
Dolly Madison, wasn't that like a website for adulterers?
That was Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison.
Don't act like you didn't.
Why do you know that?
I was going to say that apartment might have been where that website was born.
If those walls could talk.
Good night.
Yes.
Those walls could talk.
Jesus. That song just still triggered me. That's a story for another day. But yeah, Brandon and I actually, fun fact, worked together in 2 jobs. One at FYE in high school where he was unceremoniously fired. And at Kelly's Tavern too. And then Jay Bear and I worked at a grocery store where I was ceremoniously fired. Yes.
Ceremoniously.
Yes.
Pomp and circumstance on that axing, huh?
Yes. There was a official...
Was it because of your... I don't know if I know the full story. Was it because of your extracurriculars?
We're going to talk about the now, not talk about the live in the past, Brandon.
Don't worry, I'll ask Semco later. He tells me.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Everything.
I no longer shat where I eat. Let's put it that way.
Yes. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
It's a lesson. It's a life lesson.
Yeah.
We figure it out as we go.
But
yeah, we got plenty of stories. You know, Seabear, I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous you coming on because I was like, he knows all the skellies in my closet, all the skellies. But I told myself, I did my date my mate on Seabear. Remember when we had our date bit? I did my bid for Seabear. I think I gave you. I did you good. I didn't do
it was high, it was high praise. It was high mostly and all correct. Yes, the female trainer. I was laughing with my teeth out. Yes, 'cause you were correct.
But this isn't me doing the stories. This is you, man. Do you have a story that really kind of hits home, something you want to emphasize, or is there something else you want to kind of lead the conversation with?
Well, I think now is a great time. This story's been referenced in one of your first episodes, and I've listened to every minute of your pod, and I do appreciate it.
Go with the archives.
Yes, absolutely. Well, with the hint of sports, I was as sad as anybody when our boys lost to Belgium. But with that said, there's, I think, still a little piece of Brandon and I in Belgium probably right now, because I would like to dust off an old favorite.
All right. Well, everybody, we had a wonderful time with our buddy Seabear.
We did.
He walked us down memory lane.
It's quite the lane. That was a 4-lane highway that he took us down.
Yeah, that was like when Ezekiel Elliott was playing the Pittsburgh Steelers and he ran for the game-winning touchdown and you couldn't see any Steeler defenders for like the full 50 yards. His running lane was that wide.
And we can't let Seabear just think that he can come on and not get pranked on, right?
Of course.
We have to set a precedence. We can't let people think they can come on and just be impervious.
That's been our word the last few episodes.
Impervious?
No, precedence.
Oh, yeah.
Well, impervious is a good
I want
word.
impervious to enter the zeitgeist, too, if we can. So, Seabear, welcome to the prank part. We're cutting you.
Yep.
You get a little bit, we're cutting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod, Master Cylinder.
Yes. All right, buddy. Well, we love you still, but yeah, you cut.
Oh my God! So
well,
yeah.
Seabear, you finished the strongman. You still got a guest request or a guest. Maybe we call it guest regrets. Do you have any regrets? Or you kind of went over those? Anything that we've mentioned that you want to kind of redact or revise?
Yeah.
Anything that comes to mind?
Oh, nothing that comes to mind. Oh wait, yes, a couple things come to mind.
This is the Festivus episode.
This is
I got a lot of stuff to say to you.
This is what he's been waiting for.
Yes.
Here it comes.
Yeah, this
Let
is
it out.
Lay it
Let's
on.
hear it.
This is the birth of a new segment I like to call Seabear's Big Beefs. Okay.
I thought that's what he called the MILFs that he hooked up with the church.
Okay. Erroneous on all counts. All right, my first big beef. A little story mentioned a while back was about an eating challenge in Fairfax at a place called at a place called Icons, called the Icons Challenge. To refresh everybody's memory, I don't have all the stats in front of me, but I think it was like a pound and a half of fries or 2 pounds of fries. It was a burger, but the burger was made of 4 grilled cheeses. Each grilled cheese was a
the
bun.
bread was grilled cheeses.
Right.
There was like a pound of hot dogs. It's like a pound of ground beef, like patties, and then I think 2 pounds of fries or something.
That's
like that.
right. So 4 grilled cheeses, all that mess. And so we all get sauce the night before. We come in our Sunday best.
It's always our best decisions. The night of drinking the night before. Yeah. Always.
I was in a Jackie Moon outfit for some reason.
You were. You were rocking the Jackie Moon. You were. Yeah.
And there's I think it's a challenge where I think it's whoever eats the most wins, because it's like almost impossible to beat the whole thing. So because I think it had like, I don't know, an hour to finish it or something.
Yeah. Nobody was making it in an hour. So we're just like, okay, we're just going to go by distance. Who goes the furthest?
And there's a big controversy because some people didn't touch the meat. Dwight. Some people struggle with the carbs. It might be me. But little different decisions. But what I can't stand for is that I heard on the radio waves that C-Bear barely touched a thing. He was going on a hot date afterwards, and he couldn't be bothered to participate. And there couldn't be anything farther from the truth. So what I recall is, okay, first of all, I did have an event that evening. It was not.
I love that he calls it an event.
But so what I did was I finished the meat because I knew the meat would be cold, like a cold hot dog. I did not want to do. I think I ate like at least 2.5 of the grilled cheeses. I barely touched the fries if I did. So I think that's why my plate looked good. I had this big mound of fries and like, Kristen ate a thing. Look at that idiot.
Well, I didn't say look at that idiot.
Well, you implied it.
Well, I mean, like, I think the only way to settle this is that if we do it again, I think we have to set the challenge down, and we finally put it down. C-Bear's been around where I've completed eating challenges, not in a time fashion because I'm the slowest eater of all time.
You are.
But I do go the distance, and it's gotten me free Venture Brothers from C-Bear for life. I've gotten free high fives from Willbilly for life. That's why Willbilly always, it's like a Pavlov's dog. Every time he sees me, he can't help but just put that hand up.
I know.
That's right.
Wait, so C-Bear. So then who in your mind won the Icons Eating Challenge? Because it will be debated till our deaths.
Yeah.
But I just think we should have everyone's on record who they think won.
This will be the ongoing question that we ask all of our guests, friends. Who won the Icons Challenge?
My vote would be Bigo. Most likely, because the reason being Dwight left all the meat on there, and it probably grilled cheese too, and that weighs more. We're talking poundage. We're not talking mass. We're talking poundage, and I think Bigo ate the most poundage.
Thank you. That's one for the good guys. Thank you, C-Bear. I knew I loved you for a reason.
I gotta see what Dwight thinks.
You know what Dwight thinks.
You know what Dwight's gonna think.
I think what you were there. Who do you have?
It was tough. I can't pick you, man.
See, he knows it's me. He just won't pick me. Son of a gun.
I
don't even want your vote.
I don't even want your vote. More though.
No, he just ate the grilled cheeses
and the fries.
And the fries. Yeah,
that's a lot of fries. That's 2 pounds of fries.
I ate the fries too. All I had left were the grilled cheeses, and they were like half. And I remember I had an event that night too. I don't know how I went to that event. Oh. No. But it wasn't quite as entertaining as C-Bear's event.
Well, mine wasn't very entertaining because it was actually our housewarming as in my then girlfriend, soon to be ex-wife's townhouse. We had a housewarming party for it that started at 8:00, and I was in bed by like 9:30. I said, "Oh, who wants a Bud Light? I'll be right back."
Never to be seen again.
Yeah. Well played.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that's my big beef. All I know is I finished over Grizz. I can tell you that.
All right. I will say that. Yeah. Grizz was very disappointing.
Maybe he's who I'm thinking of that didn't eat anything. It might have been Grizz that I was thinking of that didn't eat much.
Those two could not look less alike. How did you get those two mixed up? Like, look at the head of hair on C-Bear.
He's a little more grizzly than me. A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's okay.
People make mistakes, man.
Yeah, people make mistakes. And speaking of another mistake, here's another. I got another big beef.
All right. Oh, we're running out of time. I'm about to give you the 5 minute. We're about to play you off, but go ahead. You got one more.
The other big beef I have is from the punch heard around Newport News. And That I want to get this story straight for the
right.
We
for
knew
the last
this was
time.
coming.
Can we lay for those that are unfamiliar with the punch? Can we set the scene?
Please do.
All right. So again, this is when we we talked about this is our first introduction to Grizz and the missus. TODD's sister. It's at their house. It was the infamous Patriots undefeated season going into the Super Bowl against the Giants. All of TODD's family, huge Patriots fans. Huge Patriots fans. Thinking they're gonna defeat the 72 Dolphins as the only other undefeated record. Obviously, that doesn't go their way.
No.
Giants end up winning it on the back of Eli Manning in the hands of Tyree. David Tyree. And as the story goes, depending on who you want to hear from it, we've got I feel like a legitimate source here.
Yes.
You goddamn right you do.
Depending on the story, either Seabear provoked an agitated TODD into punching him, or Seabear was simply an innocent bystander and was in the wrong place at the right time and got the unfettered rage of a TODD.
Wrong place at the right time.
But Seabear, please, give us your account.
I'm a victim of circumstance. So, okay, I will be the first one to tell you there's some things about that evening I don't remember. It was 2008. February. It was February of 2008, right? Okay. I was in a Caps jersey for some reason. It was probably the only sports thing I had on. It was a white Caps jersey.
That's
and
right.
Dwight's in a Dolphins jersey. I'm a lot of things. I'm not the guy that comes into a fan's house that has no dog in the fight and starts trash talking and nipping at the bud. I just don't do that. I'll sit there, I'll laugh at people's jokes, I'll gasp when appropriate, and here's what I remember happening. Everybody got hammered. There was keg stands, right? There's a lot of drinking involved.
No way.
Yeah, Tyrese makes that catch with like a minute and a half left in the game. There's 3 moments of the night I remember clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. 1, 30 seconds-ish left. Plexico Burris catches a game-winning touchdown in the back left of the end zone. Back into the left. Back into the left. And he catches that, and there is a gasp in the room. And I stand up and I go, "Oh my God." I go there just like that. "Oh my God."
I do remember this.
Oh my God.
That's a Seabear move. He does the "oh my God."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my God." And I bolt into the kitchen and which is just off to the left. All right. I get up. I don't talk trash like anybody. I don't say ha ha ha. I just go into the kitchen. 5 seconds later, Todd comes around the corner like Adam Sandler, the water boy, going, and he swings a right hook on me. And I'm on my back's to the sink, and he connects on me on like around this area. I'm like, "Todd," and he slams on me. Right, that's the number 2 thing I remember.
Okay, so what's the third? You said there's a third.
The third thing I remember is you fast forward 5 minutes, and we all go upstairs to try to find Todd, and he is sobbing in Heidi's arms at the top of the stairs.
I forgot about that last little
Me
thing.
too. I don't think I ever heard that part, actually.
So I don't know. It was probably sadness mostly. I don't know any better regret and shame, but that I remember the catch. I remember going, "Oh my God," and the punch, and then the waterworks.
Now, do you think the waterworks because of the loss, or because he punched one of his good friends?
I think at that moment he was happy that he unloaded on a friend.
Yeah. I'm happy to be that punching bag. I was fine. That's fine.
I've been on the punching bag. I got punched by Todd. He broke my tooth.
You got a gold tooth because
I got a gold tooth because of it.
Yeah.
Todd likes punching friends.
Why'd he punch you, Brandon?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Why'd he punch you, Brandon?
I was an innocent bystander. I was attacked.
Mm-hmm.
You were there.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there?
No, I was actually not there. It was a New Year's Eve, I think. And I wasn't there.
At Visa's house.
Was it like
for
a
New Year's?
New Year's Eve party?
Yes.
I think I was, but I don't think I was there for the incident.
All right. Well, next guest has got to be Jimbo because he can corroborate my story that I was an innocent bystander. I came with a beautiful girl.
I'm left with missing tooth.
Not that night. That was the next night. So New Year's Day,
Oh.
we were again,
Oh, I might not have been there on New Year's Day then. I think I was there for New
I think
Year's.
we did. I think it was because I think it was like the day after, something like that. And I just remember the night after that, we went to Plaza Azteca, and it was the worst experience ever because I couldn't eat the food because I had my tooth was in pieces.
Oh.
And I was like, this is the worst. But Seabear, we're getting on another story. That'll be a story for another day, my friend.
Yep.
Congratulations. You have literally broken the glass ceiling to the guests on the show. I couldn't think of a more fitting person to kind of be the guinea pig. Because he does a great guinea pig. Maybe we'll have you on. We'll talk about the epic prank wars we had sophomore year in college.
Yep, fantastic. I still feel really bad about that.
Yep, we can definitely bring up
We've got some Super Bowl stories. Other Super Bowl stories.
We do have some Super Bowl stories. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have any reactions on the Super Bowl story I told about you and Austin get kicked out of the club.
Oh, I do have clarity on that one too. I can do next time.
We'll table that one. We'll get to that one soon. We'll give you a chance to redact that one as well. We'll relive it all over again. But this is where we kind of wrap. Semco, next week, we're gonna have the final of the World Cup to kind of discuss.
Yep.
We'll start inching closer to college football starts
and NFL
starts right there, and then maybe we'll revisit. What flavor feet juice are you concocting here? A lot of the taste buds. Maybe I'll get you a sample. I'll dip a toe in five different toes and 5 different shot glasses, and you can marinate. It's like a sampler or like one of those
a flight
toe juice.
Jay-Bear, I've got some good news for you on that front, because having Brandon's feet in my face for 2 years in a room together, I got a couple good pieces of news for you. One is they're smooth as a baby. There's no hairs on those toes.
I like that.
Yes, they're long toes, knuckly, nice strong toes, and they're flat as a board.
Yeah,
so
he knows this.
So that might come in handy, because if he's soaking his feet in something, the bottom of his feet are going to be right on the bottom there, so there's going to be less surface area of soaking.
That's a good. Well, thank you for letting me know. So I'll definitely hover in the water. Thank you for telling me. So I'll hover, so I won't press it flat down.
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm sorry.
But you've got James Franklin as your head coach.
Oh my goodness! All right, shots fired.
I've got some more seaboard beefs on next time.
Big beefs next time. Well,
that's for next time.
Send us away, sir.
That's another wonderful laden episode of Undrafted and Overconfident. The two friends and another that have been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on anything. Follow us on Instagram at Undrafted and Overconfident. And if you want to email, you still email.
Yeah.
UndraftedandOverconfident@gmail.com. But this was great. Loved it. We'll be back next week. Same time. Different takes. Same nonsense. Or reverse that. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.